I did play Imaginarium Theater last night. I was a bit surprised when I logged onto Twitter this morning. First mistake, logging onto Twitter. Second mistake was looking in comments and seeing how many people are like really, really angrily disappointed with Imaginarium Theater. Are any of you disappointed? I'm surprised how many people are calling it objectively bad. Like, you not liking something doesn't mean that it's bad. Also, you liking something doesn't mean that it's good. It's true endgame content. I've been active for years, and it was fun to use all my semi-built characters. I'm a bit confused. I hear people saying that they wish it was more like simulated universe, like where you do little fights and get buffs and basically end up having characters that deal like ridiculous damage because of those buffs and curios and stuff. Which, I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. We could have a third endgame mode. But yes, you do get buffs. You do get buffs. I mean, having to prepare that many characters to use, that's probably the biggest risk. And I do try to mitigate it with the trial characters. I feel like trying to compare anything from Genshin to Honkai is just not valid. It's just different because it's not turn-based. So I think what makes it divisive, but also what I think makes it interesting, is that instead of it being a DPS check for like a handful of highly invested in characters, as in Spiral Abyss, as opposed to like small like pyramid style investment, or how do I say this, pyramid style check, like you have the top pyramid of characters that you've invested into heavily that you like default to for Spiral Abyss. It's more of a like horizontal account investment flexibility test, because you're very limited in what characters you can use. However, I heard someone did a full star run with no artifacts on characters. I think you can use even like half-built characters and you'll be fine. So I don't know what people want. I think a sim-use type combat mode would be fine.
Says you're
but
thinking vertical investment versus horizontal investment. You got
yes.
there.
Vertical versus horizontal. That's much clearer. It requires way more than just your top characters. I like the atmosphere, and I like of the Imaginary Theater. I do like the atmosphere. It's a different visual audio experience, which is it's nice. A friend who's been struggling to clear Spiral Abyss since the beginning of her playing the game. She managed to clear Imaginarium Theater perfectly without any issues. Yeah, I think Spiral Abyss and Imaginarium Theater appeal to different types of players. Like, I like the feeling of restriction. And I liked the difficulty of like, I don't have, probably for the first time ever, in like a meaningful way, I was punished for not having my official build. But at the same time, I could pull that character from a friend. Or I could grab a trial character, or there was another unit that I could swap in. So I liked the limitation of Imaginary Theater. But yeah, me liking it doesn't mean it's objectively good, but also not liking it doesn't mean it's subjectively bad. Me with my 50 semi-built characters, I'm fine. Really, yeah, I was thinking like, how long does it actually take to get a character up to like a playable standard? Not that long. Min-maxing artifacts, that benefits Spiral Abyss. But you can use decent artifacts and still fully clear Imaginary Theater. So if anything, I like it because it gives me a reason to invest in in characters that I might not be as inclined to use. Just be honest about how you feel. I am. What do you think I'm doing? I just kind of wish the actual stage combats had something new. Yeah, I can see that. Plus, you have a month to complete the theater and it's time to farm and build up. Yeah, it gives you a reason to build new characters, or characters that you've maybe neglected that maybe you like, but you don't know that you like them because you've never had a reason to play them. It's a new type of game mode. I guess I don't really understand. I understand it not being your cup of tea, but saying it's objectively bad, like it's giving you a new reason to play Genshin. At least that's how I feel. Like, oh, okay, now maybe I'll actually build official so I can get that last star that I missed. Saying something objectively bad is weird, especially when it comes to saying something like this. When used objectively bad, I use it to describe something broken or wrong.
Imaginarium actually gives players a real reason to pull and build for character, not just because they are pretty okay.
Exactly.
I think it is very fun and gave us lore too.
Exactly. What more do you want? I guess it depends on what your problem is. Like if the combat experience is stale for you, you now have a reason to invest in more characters and diversify your gameplay. So for me, like I'm happy. I hope we get more lore every patch. That would be cool. Or every rotation. Why don't you want content that you can work toward? Right. Like Genshin is also a resource management game. That's how the regular gameplay works. You have a new objective, and then you have things that you need to accomplish to reach that objective. I'm pleased. If you don't like it, it's fine, but I don't get why people get so mad. Why are you so mad? Why are people so angry? I also feel like Genshin fans just regularly aren't happy with the content they have.
403 says also this is just the first iteration of a new game mode. I hope Hoyo could take some criticisms and address them, like with better blessing effects or something.
Yeah.
There is a lot of potential here, not.
I mean, yeah, something like a curio system would be cool. Something that kind of like messes with the gameplay in some way. There's definitely more time to make the blessings more unique, or make the, what are they called? The freaking, what are the half bad, half good ones? Negative curio equivalent? Oh yeah, mystery cache. Yeah, there's so much variety potential there. Whatever, call me a Hoyoverse bootlicker if you want. I like it. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't like it. I'm just a content creator. Like, I'm just one person. So if you don't like it, if you want things to change, put it in your, what's it called? The review.
What I mainly like about Imaginarium Theater is that it gives you the opportunity to use characters no matter what, whereas Spiral Abyss can be built for specific characters only. I like utilizing all my characters, as I pull for a lot of them and don't get the opportunity to use them in the previous Spiral Abyss rotations. I like to use random teams, so this is perfect for me.
That's how I feel. Imaginarium Theater appeals to the players like me, as in, like, I don't get that much satisfaction out of playing Spiral Abyss, but I saw some people saying, like, I will play Spiral Abyss even after I clear all the Primo Gems, like all the rewards, to like push my characters to the limit. That doesn't appeal to me that much. I prefer the variety of gameplay, like being rewarded for working within different parameters and getting to play characters that I like. That's the challenging that I like. So it's so simple. Different players like different things. Shocking. If you don't like Imaginarium Theater that much, maybe it's not designed for you. It's whimsy. It's whimsical. That's my full thoughts about it.